Hang around after the cooking for bonus footage. Every year, notwithstanding the hurricane, the yacht goes to St. Martin. I like to go cycling on my day off. I'll leave it there for now. I've got some black lentils here. I picked them up in the supermarket in Monaco after queuing for about an hour. There's only a limited amount of people in the supermarket at each time at the moment. Canned lentils are totally fine. However, today's recipe is trying to show you how to use dried lentils. If you're using canned lentils, just open the can, drain them off well, get rid of that liquid they're sitting in. First one is the kids' dinner tonight. It's with bacon and a chicken breast on top, and the second one's a vegetarian lentil dal. Great for a vegetarian main course, or as part of a platter for a feast or a family style dinner. Both recipes are fantastic, super quick. You're going to want to have them in your arsenal. So if we cook off this whole bag of lentils, we'll have enough for both recipes, a little bit left over. My name's Michael, welcome to my channel. On this channel we do cooking recipes like this one, some knife reviews, been a bit off on knife reviews at the moment, and some general chefery. Let's crack on, and I should have you out the door in 2 or 3 minutes, same as usual. Hopefully packed with knowledge on how to use those dried lentils in your cupboard. I know they're there. I know they're there right now. In fact, pause the video and get them cooked. Give the lentils a wash in some fresh, clean water. Add them to a pot, fill it with water, put it on to boil. Boil them for 20 minutes. You have cooked lentils. In restaurants I've worked in, we've just cut an onion in half, cooked that with the lentils. We've put a piece of pancetta in there, a few knobs of garlic, some parsley stalks, some peppercorns. Probably not peppercorns, you mistake them for a lentil and you end up losing your tooth. You can flavour the water as you're cooking the lentils. I'm just boiling them in some fresh water. Drain them off well, whack them in a plastic container, let them go cool, store them in the fridge. You now have an infinite possibilities. You've got a base of cooked lentils that you can turn into anything. Salads, our curry we're doing, the kids' bacon and chicken lentils. First recipe, go to my website, I'll have the recipes there. Slice some onions and crush some garlic. Heat some oil in a pot and add the onions, bacon, lardons and garlic. Begin cooking them on high. As you can see, I'm going pretty hard on the stove here. Get the bacon and veg nicely coloured, then add the cooked lentils. Get everything mixed in nicely, then add some stock. Season, then add some chopped green beans. Let it boil hard for 5 minutes, then turn off. And that's it, guys. That's a beautiful lentil dish. Call it lentil cassoulet, call it bacon and lentil stew, call it what you want. You're finished in minutes. Well, 5-10 minutes for cooking the onions and bacon. But that's it. You can eat it alone, or do what I'm doing here, popping a chicken breast on top. It's delicious. You don't need anything else. You need nothing else. Those lentils and the chicken breast, or a piece of fish, or a steak, fillet, ribeye. I'm going to serve this with a chicken breast. And I don't need an oven. I'm just going to pan fry it gently for roughly 12 minutes. Start it off in a hot pan with a little bit of oil. Flour the chicken breasts and add them. Add some knobs of butter. Keep turning the chicken breasts every now and again. Trust me, 10-12 minutes, completely cooked. Take the chicken out of the pan and leave it to relax. We call it rest in the industry. When you've taken them out of the pan, I'm personally throwing in some sliced cabbage. I know I said you don't need anything else, but I'm personally throwing in a bit of sliced cabbage. Slice the chicken, spoon the lentils onto a plate or a nice pasta bowl. Put the cabbage on, put the chicken on top. Delicious. That lentil cassoulet, let's call it cassoulet, that can be kept in the fridge for a week, no problem at all. Do a big batch, pop it in the fridge. Right, second dish, lentil dal. Really good one this, great vegetarian, as I mentioned earlier. My wife loves this one. Finally, dice some ginger, garlic and onions. Look, if dicing ginger and dicing garlic is a little bit daunting, grab the microplane. I suggest doing the garlic first because the ginger can be quite fibrous. So microplane, in fact, stay there. Microplane. Actually, Here's an interesting tip. Peel the ginger using a knife or a spoon or a peeler. Pop those nuggets of ginger into a Ziploc bag or a plastic container, whatever. Put them in the freezer overnight. Then grate using the microplane, grate it from frozen. So much easier. All the ginger will be minced. You'll basically have ginger snow come out the other end. Start sweating down the veg gently, trying not to get any colour. After 5 minutes, add the curry powder, coriander powder, cumin powder, turmeric, and a large knob of butter. Cook the spice out on a medium heat for a few minutes, and then add some coconut milk and some crushed tomatoes and some lemon juice. We can just add lemon juice at the end, but we want to have building blocks of flavour and depth to our recipe. So it's a good idea to season with salt, pepper, and in this instance, lemon juice as we go through the process. Add the cooked lentils, canned sweet corn, and cooked chickpeas. Bring to the boil, reduce the heat, and let the pot bubble away for 30 minutes. Add some cilantro. There should be much more cilantro, but you know, we're at isolation situations. Check the seasoning, adding some salt and pepper and lemon as needed. Lemon juice is important. I've mentioned it earlier. Lemon juice is important, really brings out the flavour of curry. Brings out the flavour of a lot of things actually. I had a few lentils left over from the first two dishes, so I made a salad with some tomatoes, radish, avocados and cucumbers, spoon of Dijon, bit of sherry vinegar, bit of olive oil and salt and pepper. You got a nice salad. So there we have it folks, just a couple of ideas of what you can do with a dried packet of lentils from your cupboard during our isolation. I went out twice today. We've got a new system here. I take one of the kids out in the morning for a walk, one of the kids in the afternoon for a walk. I was stopped by the Monaco police in the afternoon. He said, "Vous allez où?" I say, "Où?" "Vous allez où?" And I just said, "We're going to the pharmacy, on petit sport, exercise." And he let me go. I did have a football under my arm. He said, "Pas de jouer de ballon," no playing football. Oliver was a little bit disappointed. I hope you find this helpful. If you did, please leave a like. Really liked it, perhaps consider subscribing to the channel. Let's run the outro. I'll see you next time. Stick around for the bonus footage if you'd like, but I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye. This was a really bad weekend in St. Martin. They advised us not to go anywhere near the French side. St. Martin's divided in half French, half Dutch. There's more people on the French side, but I think it's a little bit poorer. Some nice properties, but I think it's a little bit poorer. There's more population. They were striking because they rebuild their houses after the hurricane. They were striking, tyres burning in the streets. There was a few shootings. It was a little bit scary. We were advised not to go anywhere near. They sent 20 gendarmes, which is the super trooper police from Paris, to try and quash the rebellion. They were like robo-cops. I decided that I'd still cycle around the island. What are they going to do, attack me? Well, it turns out someone did try. I set off from the safety of the marina and headed up past Philipsburg, the capital of the Dutch side of St. Martin. I headed across the border into no man's land. Just past Orient Bay, maybe I'm showing you a bit of footage right now, just past Orient Bay where there's usually a little bit of trouble with the locals. I stopped at my favourite place for lunch, which is at the top of the island on the corner. A place called Grand Casse, beautiful French town. They try and stylise it as the Saint-Tropez of St. Martin. It's still absolutely trashed from the hurricane 2 years ago, but the main street's sort of open. The barbecue places are there. The beach is still magnificent. You can get fantastic frozen margaritas with about that much rum inside. Anyway, frozen margarita drank, barbecue chicken eaten. I headed off down towards Marigot. I got to Marigot, there was a mound of tyres in the middle of the road, debris everywhere, people hanging around, and me looking completely out of place in Lycra, a bicycle helmet, Lululemon, and a GoPro attached to my helmet. I looked a right bell end. So look at this, I had to get off the bike to get over some debris. I began cycling again and someone had grabbed my rucksack from behind. I shrugged him off, got a bit of distance between him and did what every brave Englishman would do and started calling him names. You can see him there before I get off the bike. He was the guy in the yellow t-shirt. He wolf whistled at me. I can't give it the drama it deserves. Didn't actually think that he'd jump in his car or jump on a scooter and come and take me out. But anyway.